Did you see Marco on the website? It has Marco's email
I can't.
address.
My video today is about your bromance with Filiberto. Actually, today's video is about how my time here in Macerata is coming to a close. Being in Italy, and more specifically Macerata, for such an extended period of time has definitely taught me a few things. One of the most striking things I've noticed is how immersed I've actually let myself become. Things that seemed weird, okay, different, when we first got here, are now things that I just accept as normal. When my classmates worry about reverse culture shock as they go back to the States, I'm wondering about how different France is going to be from Italy. So as a reflection, here are some different things I noticed about Italy, but have ultimately come to not only accept, but to find standard aspects of my life now. One of the first things I noticed after stepping out of the airport was that drivers here are absolutely insane, or fearless, or both. The stereotype about scooter and motorcycle drivers is completely true. Traffic laws don't seem to apply to them, and they barely apply to anyone else. Cars are so small they can fit through small spaces that sometimes I don't even think they're going to be able to pull it off. It's partially due to the size of the ancient streets, but almost everyone has a small car that runs on a diesel manual engine because saving energy and recycling are a much bigger deal here than in the United States. Most people don't have clothes dryers and still hang their washing out on a line. Public transportation isn't just a big city thing. Trains are accessible to go anywhere. I know, I've taken a lot of them recently. The lights in our hotel won't even turn on unless the key card's in the wall. And one of the hardest things for a lot of us American students to get used to is that they don't turn the AC on until it gets unbearably hot in the summer. There aren't any screens on the windows either. Hey Luke.
Hey, how's it going?
How do you like this hostel?
I miss how in the US there's typically protective barriers out of the window.
I'm gonna talk about that in a future video, actually.
Oh, are you?
I am. I'll maybe use this clip then, I don't know.
Okay, are you gonna use what you're saying right now?
Probably.
Okay.
See you later.
Alright, bye.
This helps with air circulation since there's no AC, which hasn't been a problem honestly, because it hasn't been super hot yet. And I don't have a problem with not having a screen. Maybe it's the wrong time of year to make this judgment, but bugs here don't seem nearly as bad. I brought bug spray, but I haven't had to use it once. And it's not just bugs that are well behaved in this country. Dogs are too. They're so well behaved, there doesn't really seem to be any strict leash laws. You can even bring your dogs into certain stores and establishments. But if you want to head up an establishment during the early afternoon, you might be out of luck, because most stores and some restaurants are closed from about 1 to 3 for siesta. I knew they did that in Spain, but I didn't know it was a thing in Italy. I'm used to it now, though. I would forget when I first got here, but now I just know that during that time of day I can't really go out and do anything. Employees actually get a lot of perks here. Their breaks are longer, they actually have a livable minimum wage, so we don't have to tip our wait staff. The only inconvenient thing about paying bills here is that the concept of separate checks doesn't really seem to be a thing at restaurants, and maybe that's because we don't know how to ask. But I think it's mostly to do with the fact that most Italians pay with exact change, or at least close to it. When Americans try to pay for something small with a really big bill, here that's considered to be kind of rude. Two things that I still haven't quite gotten over yet are the fact that we have to pay for water and the crosswalks. The idea of getting free water at a restaurant here does not exist. You pay for the bottle, and it comes either natural or sparkling. They're really into the sparkling water here, which I like on occasion, but I'm getting a little burnt out, to be honest. Unless you're in a tourist town like Venice or Rome, there really aren't very many public water fountains. The other thing that I can't get over is the crosswalks. At first, it seemed to be a free-for-all, but I kind of know the rules now, and it makes a little more sense. Basically, as long as you give a car plenty of warning that you're about to step out, they have to stop for you. I'm still not used to this. I always feel like I'm about to be hit by a car, and it's kind of terrifying. But easily my favorite part about Europe so far is that there's so much new juxtaposed with the old. On our first day here, we saw part of the original Roman wall right next to a McDonald's. What a beautiful anachronism.